Today, let's talk about something that might sound a bit dry at first glance, but is absolutely crucial for anyone navigating the world of information technology or information system security: IT policy, standards, guidelines, and procedures. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yawn, right? But hang on, because understanding these terms can make a huge difference in how we manage technology in our organizations and even in our personal lives. First off, let's define what an IT policy is. Think of it as the big picture, the overarching framework that outlines the intentions and direction of an organization regarding its IT resources. It's like the constitution of your IT environment. A good IT policy sets the tone for everything that follows. It addresses broad issues such as data security, acceptable use, and privacy. For example, an IT policy might state that all employees must use strong passwords and that sensitive data must be encrypted. It's not just a suggestion, it's a mandate. And why is this important? Because without a clear policy, everyone is left to make their own rules, and that can lead to chaos and vulnerabilities. Now, moving on to standards. If policies are the Constitution, then standards are like the laws that come from that Constitution. They are specific requirements that must be met. Standards provide the measurable criteria for compliance with the policy. For instance, if your IT policy states that all passwords must be complex, the standard might specify that a password must be at least 12 characters long and include a mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. Standards are essential because they provide a clear benchmark for what is acceptable. They help organizations maintain consistency and ensure that everyone is on the same page. Then we have guidelines. If policies are the what and standards are the how much, guidelines are more like the how-to. They offer recommendations and best practices that help people comply with policies and standards. Let's say your organization has a policy about remote work. The guidelines might suggest using a VPN for secure connections, regular software updates, and tips for setting up a home office that minimizes distractions. Guidelines are more flexible than standards. They provide a roadmap, but leave room for individual interpretation. This is where creativity can come into play. It's about encouraging best practices without being overly prescriptive. Finally, we arrive at procedures. Procedures are the step-by-step instructions that tell you exactly how to implement a policy or standard. If you think of policies as the vision, standards as the rules, and guidelines as the suggestions, then procedures are the detailed recipe. For example, if there's a policy requiring data backup, the procedure will detail how to perform the backup, what tools to use, and how often it should be done. Procedures are crucial because they translate the abstract concepts of policies and standards into actionable tasks. They ensure that everyone knows exactly what to do, minimizing the risk of errors. So, why should you care about all this? Well, whether you're a tech professional, a manager, or just someone who uses technology in their daily life, understanding these distinctions can help you navigate the complexities of IT governance. It empowers you to create a safer, more efficient tech environment. When everyone knows the policies, adheres to the standards, follows the guidelines, and executes the procedures, you create a culture of accountability and security. In a world where technology is evolving at lightning speed, having a clear understanding of these concepts isn't just beneficial, it's essential. So, the next time you hear someone mention IT policy, standards, guidelines, or procedures, you'll know exactly what they're talking about and why it matters. Embrace these elements, and you'll be well on your way to mastering the IT landscape. That's all for today's nugget. If you find this video informative or useful, please subscribe and like to support us. Thank you.